Welcome back to the Icebox Sports Center for another exciting night of Continental Elite Hockey League action. I'm Larry Nader with Mark McKenzie, and we'll be bringing you all the play-by-play action tonight as the Brownstown Bombers take on the Michigan Stars. Mark, the Bombers returning from a one-game road trip to Traverse City yesterday, dropping to 1-2-0 in the standings over a controversial 3-2 loss.
Yeah, there was the second goal clearly did not go in the net, but once they put it on the board, the referee can't take it back. They allowed it originally, came back, said they made the mistake, but unfortunately it cost us a win.
Meanwhile, the Stars coming off a 4-2 or 3-2 loss as well. 3-1 loss to the Detroit Lightning on Friday night. So both teams 1-2-0. They're going to be looking to battle it out here for fourth place.
Now we're going to see a lot of close games this year. There's only been one game this season throughout the league that's been more than a two-goal game, and most of the two-goal games have been empty netters. So it's been a very competitive, very closely played hockey.
The Stars doing some early buzzing around the Bombers' net. Kyle DiMaggio now trying to circle with it in his own zone. DiMaggio brings it in. A little swatted skate of number 22, Justin Lopez, for the Stars. Lopez, the next Detroit Lightning last year. Talk a little bit more about that game in Brighton on Friday night, though. It was really a good game, Mark, especially for the Detroit Lightning. Justin Marriott just stood on his head, making 37 saves against the Stars. Josh X, who was in net for the Stars, was almost as good, but only making 23 saves on 25 shots. And the third goal happened to be an empty netter in the final 20 seconds of the game.
Yeah, every game has been fighting tooth and nail throughout the league. It's going to be a real good season.
Bombers with it again, back in their own zone right now, trying to bring it out. Stars just trying to keep the pressure on. C.J. Owen sends it into the Stars zone. Jake Archer getting his second start in net for the Stars this year. Just tries to get it out and is tied up along the boards.
Bombers starting to take over a little bit of the territorial advantage here. The Stars carried the play early. The Bombers starting to come back with a little pressure.
Got a penalty coming up to Justin Kubicek. The faceoff will be in the neutral ice zone. The Bombers look to kill off their first penalty of the game. Nate Jakubowski, the lone defenseman out there for the Bombers.
Bomber penalty number 13, Justin Kubicek. 2.5 by sticking. Time of the penalty, 2 minutes, 25 seconds on the first period.
Steve Hackman with it in the corner for the Stars. Back behind the net. Arne Gavitt with a shot. Save.
Nice clear by Nate Jakubowski.
Bombers doing a good job in the first 30 seconds of this penalty. Austin West in net for the Bombers. A couple saves already. Sergei Mistrov up to Garvett. Around the net. Bombers managed to get it out. Chris Marasco with the shot was just too far down the ice. Marasco unable to catch up to that as Jake Archer plays it up. And Nate Jakubowski slaps it back in to kill off the first minute and 3 seconds of this penalty. Just a good play there, too, by Adam Mazzola, too.
Good forecheck on the penalty
exactly.
killer. Keeping the pressure, keeping the puck down below the Stars' net, not letting them get started.
Josh Street skating it up for the Stars. Street's carrying it on over the blue line. Bombers managed to knock it back over, though. Good job by Derek Lakula along the boards. Stars keeping it in. 15 seconds remaining in the penalty to the Bombers. So we got a slashing penalty coming up to the Stars. And in 9 seconds, the Bombers will go on the power play.
That's what happens when you get a good strong forecheck and you keep them back up, keep them on their heels, don't let them get started, and then a little frustration penalties start coming.
Dustin Fisher for the Stars will set a pair for slashing at 4:17 of the first. No score. Bombers win the face-off, knock it back into the Stars zone. And Jakubowski gets it up to Eric Troop. Nice long shot by Troop off the blocker of Jake Archer. And the Stars try to come back out with it. Just managed to send it over the blue line and deep into the Bomber zone. Brian Langlois coming back out with the puck down for the Bombers, tries to headman it up. And behind the Stars net, Chris Marasco along the boards in the corner.
Oh, just behind.
It's a nice idea to send that pass out to Aaron Jakubowski, but Jag just a little bit too far for his reach.
And we got a nice.
They'll bring the face-off back down to the Bomber zone. A minute 1 remaining in the penalty for the Stars.
Admission is $7 for adults and $5 for students.
2 meetings earlier this year in the exhibition season between these two teams. Stars picking up the decision in both games, but once again, Mark, I mean, lines aren't set in the exhibition season. Goalies are in and out every period, and this ought to be a totally different game.
Absolutely. There were throughout the exhibition season, we were rotating goalies every period, and each game there was one period where they really lost the game, the 3-4 goal period, and those goalies aren't here any longer.
This is Stars. Mike Crowley getting it into the Bomber zone, knocked off his stick. Good defensive play. Nate Jakubowski skating it himself all the ways in. Sends it in behind the Archer. It bounces back out, and he freezes it for the face-off. Just breaking the action, we want to take a minute to remind you to be sure to catch all the CEHL action here at the Icebox Sports Center in Brownstown when the Bombers take on the Detroit Lightning Saturday, October 18th and the 25th. The Lightning are the reigning Continental Cup champions and are coached by ex-Capital Center Pride head coach Jeff Price. The Lightning has been one of the premier teams in the CEHL through the first 2 seasons and should do a good job of defending their title this year. Game times for both games are 7 p.m. Pick up your tickets at the Icebox Sports Center in Brownstown or by calling 734-676-5500. Tickets are $7 adults, $5 students and seniors. And we got a cross-checking coming up now. The Rod Johnson from the Stars. So the Bombers will have 13 seconds worth of a 2-man advantage. Just about enough to win the face-off and try to get it down and
try
get
to get
set.
one good shot here if you can win the face-off.
Get a man down
get
low.
In the zone quickly.
Penalty number 21 for Rod Johnson. 2-minute line for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 6 minutes and 5 seconds.
Adam Jakubowski sends it in behind the net. Wraps around. Bombers keep it in at the point. Adam Jakubowski with the shot. Nice low shot, saved by Archer. Jakubowski with the second shot that didn't quite make it. Made it through, but not a whole lot on it. He actually miscued on that.
Actually, with all the people in front, looked a little more dangerous than a hard one. Where Archer actually he had a clear shot, clear view of it the whole way. The second one trickling through and in a sea of legs. All it takes is somebody getting a stick on it there, and those are the ones that you gotta knock in.
Sunday action here at the Icebox, and it's autograph day, Mark. Every Sunday, kids. Autograph day, come on down to the game. Get the autographs of your favorite Bomber players. Justin Lopez skating it out. Justin really has brought his game to another level this year. Yeah, I think that season, last 2 seasons with the Lightning, but especially last year, really helped them.
Yeah, you can tell the veteran players who've been here before, they know what's expected, and they're able to take their game up to another level.
And Lopez just saw that advantage to race with that puck, even though they were a man short, and managed to draw a penalty. That's going to neutralize the Bombers' power play. Minute 25 remaining in the Stars penalty. Stars with the streets out at the point. Nice shot. Deflected out front by Sergei Vermistrov. West had to be really alert on that one. Vermistrov with it again. Sends it up to Rick Merlo, who fired a nice slap shot, saved by West. Merlo with it along the boards, comes loose. Bombers trying to get it out of their own zone right now. No ice on that. Waved off by the linesman. 47 seconds remaining in the Bombers penalty, and then the Stars will have a man advantage. Eric Troop doing a good job to strip the Stars player of that puck. And
yeah, good forecheck, good pressure. Winston Pappas with the scoring chance.
Troop again, and Adam Jakubowski just pokes it over the blue line. And Bombers doing a good job of forechecking right now. Trying to take away the neutral ice skating room for the Stars. Brian Langlois with it. Along the boards, loses it. Back out in front, but a Bomber there to take it away, and Aaron Jakubowski sends it up. Skating in is Brian Langlois. Langlois with it. Around behind the net, nobody on the other side. Stars are back to full strength, and there's 33 seconds left in their power play now. Sean Baltazar, our next Bomber, now playing with the Stars. He sends a slap shot from just inside center ice.
West handled that one easily. We get the face off. The Stars go on a power play now.
22 seconds now remaining in the Stars power play. 11:41 remaining in the first. No score. Be sure to check out the Bombers website at www.brownstownbombers.com. Get all the latest up-to-date information and news on the Bombers, stats, game reports, and more. That's www.brownstownbombers.com. Stars again with it. Rick Gadwa has sent it over to Mike Crowley for the shot. West another save. Gadwa, the only Stars player managing to score Friday night against the Lightning. Stars skating it out now. I'm sorry, the Bombers skating it out. Mike Crowley with it again, cutting in. Crowley makes a move.
Big save.
Yeah, it's a good move by Crowley to kind of step around Schneider and maybe get a little screen there, but West still saw enough of it, was able to get the pad on it.
Those are the saves you need your goaltender to make.
You can see the Bombers Corner every Wednesday in the sports section. Friendly Ford Incorporated, John Rogan's GMC truck, and Comcast cable.
Stars with it now in Bomber zone, win the face-off. Bombers get it back and over the blue line. Stars just fire it in, back behind the Bombers net. Brian DiMaggio sends it out. Up to Kyle DiMaggio. Rennie Ford with it along the corners. Gets it out to Chris Marasco. Marasco fighting for it behind the net. Back out to the point. Kept in at the point by Brian DiMaggio. Jakubowski with it, unable to center in front of the net. Jakubowski again, he's got Ford with him. He can't thread it to Ford though. Jakubowski picks it back up.
Took a little too long on that one.
DiMaggio again. Chris Marasco sends it in to Ford. Ford with it in the stick. Nate Jakubowski trying to send it through traffic, and it doesn't make it through. We have a face-off in the Star zone.
Good pressure for the Bombers on that that flurry right there. Line of Ford, DiMaggio, Marasco.
We'll be kind of used to having to deal with having two of the Jakubowskis out there simultaneously, but in the two games that both DiMaggios have played together that we've broadcast, I don't think we've had to call them at the same time, and it starts getting a little confusing. Oh, right on the goal line. It hit the metal, hit the upright, and it looks like it just stayed out of the net, though.
Couldn't get it all the way across the line. Puck's got to completely clear the red line.
Good job by Jake Archer not to let the puck trickle over after it hit the goal post. Bombers get the face-off. Another shot on Archer. He had to be quick. Archer just falls on it for the face-off. Adam Mazzola in for the Bombers. Take the face-off. Baltazar for the Stars sends it out. Bombers intercept at center ice. Adam Jakubowski with it again along the boards, sends it up to Mazzola. Mazzola tries to leave it for C.J. Owen, a little bit too far for him. Stars come back. CEHL with it over the blue line. CEHL with it right out front, and that was a kind of a weak shot by Josh Goring at the blue line, but those can be really dangerous, especially once the goalie sees the shot coming. He goes down to make the save, and then it's just there.
Right.
You know, and you're kind of at the mercy. You're on the ice at that point.
Yeah, with people in front, it becomes a little more difficult save.
This is 9:10 remaining in the first. No score. CEHL with his third opportunity in the last 10 or 12 seconds. Chet Anglem had his Bombers tied up behind the net, and Bombers managed to get the puck out. Kept in right now, and another play by CEHL. He had Anglem with him. He decided to take the backhander.
Now the Stars owning the territorial advantage right now. Bombers unable to clear.
8:48 remaining. Play remains in the Brownstown zone. Bombers skate out with it. Schneider trying to send it up to Jakubowski, who kind of tripped, lost the edge of his skate and went down. Schneider trying to keep it in. Stars coming back. They got a quick 2-on-1 now. Oh, a good opportunity there for Jared Frey, who just fired it high over the net. West was trying to scramble to get back to the other side, and Frey saw so much of that corner that I think he just maybe thought he had a little bit more time than he really did.
Yeah, sometimes they see too much net.
Crowley with it, sends another shot in low, saved by West. Crowley with it again along the boards. And we got a penalty coming up behind the play to the Bombers. It looks like it might be Schneider or Pappas. Or Schneider. Koye Schneider. Big defenseman out of Germany, going for two for cross-checking. So the Stars will go back on the power play with 7:52 remaining in the first. The score is 0-0.
Penalty number 27, Koye Schneider. 2-minute minute for cross-checking.
Stars send it up to Justin Lopez. Lopez trying to carry it into the corner. Bombers managed to slap it out all the ways down. Kill a few more seconds off the clock as the Stars go back to regroup. Josh Streets with it behind his own net. Takes it himself. Skates out, sends it up to Dustin Fisher, who dumps it over the blue line. Nate Jakubowski knocks it back out.
Stumbles.
Marasco
coming in. couldn't really get a hold of the puck.
Now Streets had lost his balance a little bit, and Marasco was able to get past him, but Streets just managed to stay enough on his feet that he could slow up Marasco. We never really fully got to the puck.
Yeah, he kept Chris from getting full control of the puck and his balance at the same time, and got off a shot, but not a real strong one.
So Archer holds the puck for the face-off, and he'll be to the right of ex-Toledo Ice Digger, ex-Bombers goalie, Jake Archer. Archer saw a little bit of the season, ended last season up here.
Right, finished the season with the Bombers.
Dimitrov with it, sends it out to Merlot. Merlot skates it over the blue line. Merlot takes it in by himself behind the net, trying to circle. Merlot brings it back out, still looking for somebody. This might be a case of holding on to it a little bit too long and trying to do too much yourself.
Yeah, I don't think the Bombers were real upset that he wanted to carry the puck that long.
Streets with it.
That a player makes anything happen after that. It's usually much quicker.
Croft with it now, trying to skate out and over. Oh, and a nice quick shot by Kubicek.
Yeah, Justin Kubicek following up.
What looked like it might have been a harmless play at first turned into one good scoring opportunity.
That's just pure hustle on Kubicek's part.
Langlois tying up his player behind the net. Back out to the point now. Pat Ganzik. Ganzik sends it in the corner. Dimitrov with it. Dimitrov sends it back to Gavitt. Back out to Ganzik. Gavitt with it wide. Sean Baltazar trying to get it in the corner. He knocks to the other side. Winston Pappas sends it out. Bombers unable to slap it out, but we got a penalty behind the play. And a high stick coming up to the Stars. Arnon Gavitt is going to sit two for a high stick, and it's a bad play right there where your team's keeping it in and they got the pressure on.
They've had the pressure. They've controlled the play the last 3-4 minutes, and now it's an opportunity for the Bombers to get it back. Brownstown looking a little bit sluggish after the long bus ride last night. The long game in Traverse City last evening, and then the drive home. They look a little sluggish in this first period.
14 minutes, 26 seconds of the first period.
5:20 remaining in the first, and the Bombers look to try to do something with this power play. Their second of the game. Bombers with it behind the net. Marasco sends it over to Jakubowski. Back to Marasco. Sends it out front. And Nate Jakubowski, who's just kind of taking up residence in the crease, wasn't able to get that shot off. Marasco with it in the far corner. Aaron Jakubowski and Marasco in the corner trying to work Baltazar a little bit. Baltazar manages to knock it out. Back down in the Bombers zone. Rennie Ford circles with it. Referee took a dump in front of the Stars net.
Good pressure there.
Ford with it along the boards. Nice idea to send to Marasco, but with him turned that way, there wasn't too much he was going to be able to do with that shot.
The pass needed to be in front of him so he could get it off quicker. And having to turn was the split second that Archer needed to get set.
Crowley trying to use some speed to get to that puck. Good job by Marasco to knock it down. Bombers send it back in. Archer holds it for the faceoff.
For their sponsors, including Holiday, Detroit South and Southgate, Nancy's Pizza, Dance Music DJ, Quick Plumbing and Heating, Pictures in Motion LLC, the Wyandotte Business Association, the Trenton Business Association, and Comcast Cable.
So in addition to the Detroit Lightning games coming up here at the Icebox on the 18th and the 25th of October, these same Stars will be back in action here again November 1st and November 15th. 7 o'clock start for the Saturday, November 1st game, and 3 o'clock Sunday start for November 15th. Once again, ticket prices are $7 adults, $5 for students and seniors. Pick your tickets up by calling 734-676-5500 or stop by the Icebox Sports Center. Croft unable to hold it in. Rolled a hand pass. So that faceoff will come back out to the center ice zone. Just on the Stars side of the center ice. Linesman Rob Peters lines the boys up. He's ready to drop the puck.
Oh, right from the faceoff.
We got
an injured
player down. Right off the faceoff. I don't know if the stick came up and caught him. That's the only thing I can imagine.
It's usually what happens on a faceoff.
He went down like he was shot. Trainer out to check him. He's looking at the knee right now, so it may not be that he took the stick up in the face like it originally looked. If his skate stuck, maybe got dug in on the ice and he just twisted his knee, maybe hyperextended it. Trainer goes slowly trying to straighten that knee out and move it a little bit back and forth. Try to assess the damage. It didn't look like there's no penalty or anything on that. It didn't look like there should have been.
No.
I just think that maybe as he tried to cut from the face-off, his skate didn't go with him.
It looked like a twisted knee.
Justin Kubicek out to help his teammate. Adam Mazzola will make his way back with the help of Kubicek and Adam Jakubowski. And that's a big loss too to the Bombers. I mean, Mazzola has been very impressive early in this season.
Absolutely, he's a real strong on a penalty kill. He's a good positional player. Adam has had a little knee trouble in the past. Heard it earlier this year in the camps. And it looks like it's possible that he just caught, like you said, caught a skate and maybe re-injured it.
Okay, so we're ready for the action to pick up again. Face off deep in the Star zone to the right of Jake Archer. Team's back at full strength. There's 3:20 remaining in the first period. Stars managed to get it over the blue line. Aaron Jakubowski. The Bombers managed to send it back in behind the Stars net. 3 minutes remaining in this period. Aaron Jakubowski circles with it.
Good shot.
Except
good
behind the net circles it. Yeah, it was a great effort by him to come out and make that shot. And he went high into the far side trying to pick the corner.
Good play by Ryan Croft coming back.
Oh, and Croft just drills him. He's going to get a penalty for that. I think that if Croft didn't have a hold of his jersey as he drilled him into the boards, maybe that penalty doesn't get called. But if the player's skating away from you and you got a hold of his jersey and then you bury him like that, especially face first in the boards, that was a dangerous play. Good job by Brandon Atkinson, though, to try to get the puck and try to make a scoring chance there for the Stars. And obviously, he paid the price.
This is no game for the weak-hearted.
Needed a camera on the other side so you could see it looking like a fly on a windshield. behind the net on the Bombers or the Stars game Friday night, watching the Lightning game, and don't remember exactly who it was now, but in the third period there was a nice hit, about the same as that, and you can just see it. I mean, the player's face just smashed into the glass, and it's like totally contorted.
Foul penalty number 66, Ryan Croft. She would have lined up for boarding. Time of penalty 17.
So Croft to go for board. Good job by Ford. Oh, out to Marasco, and Archer was quick to tap that one away before Marasco had a chance. Lopez shot blocked, and Sahelnik following up managed to get his through. West makes the save.
Nice save by West there. Brian Langlois stopped the first shot, but the rebound came right back, and they got the quick second shot, and West was ready.
Lopez unable to hold it. Oh, and Jakubowski and Lopez were having a few words earlier coming back up the ice, and it looks like Lopez, I don't know, he looks like he may be injured here. That was a hard shot. I'm not sure where it caught him, but it definitely caught him right off the glass.
Nate Jakubowski using a slap shot to clear the puck down the zone, kill the penalty, and Mr. Lopez skating right in front of it.
Lopez up to his knees.
I think the trainer's
looks like he caught that
what
in the
state
face.
He's in, what day it is, and seeing if he got the license number of that truck.
Lopez looks like he's going to be okay. Just cut to the lip with that shot. Sure, nothing that'll keep him out of the game, though.
No, I mean, notice in junior hockey, many of the players going with the half shield, and that's one of the dangers there. When you step in front of a shot, there's nothing covering the lower part of your face.
Minute 15 remaining in the penalty to the Bombers. Oh, Arne Gavitt just had his head down as he came off across the blue line with that puck. And just got buried by Kubicek. I mean, you do not put your head down.
No, skating with your head down is a definite no-no, especially in the neutral zone. And he paid the price.
That was a clean. I mean, that was a clean hit, but
absolutely,
you don't want to put your head down like that.
Now, one of the most important things at this level is to be able to skate with your head up. Now, Coach Smaz obviously not too happy with that hit, but it was clean.
Yeah, no, that was a clean hit. I mean, especially coming across anywhere in the center ice zone. If you're going to put your head down, you're carrying the puck, you're going to take a hit like that.
Yeah, that's the hockey equivalent of wearing a sign on your back that says "Hit me."
Well,
the Stars player might think he's in Colorado, where Justin Kubicek comes from, because he took quite a shot.
Well, where Smaz is coming from, I'm sure, is that he just had one player injured with a shot that was off the boards after his player and the Bombers player were talking, and then this play. But of the two, this was definitely, just a normal hockey play.
Right.
It doesn't make you feel any better as a head coach when you lose a player, and he's definitely rattled. Arne Gavitt making his way back to the bench on his own power, so he's going to be okay. He should remain in the game most likely. Yeah, check him real quickly just to make sure that there's no concussion or anything. And it's a hard play when you're skating forward like that, and all of a sudden you get hit the other way. Your brain's still going in the other direction at full speed, and that's where the concussions can happen real easily.
Absolutely. Arnaud Gavitt, a native of Lyon, France, probably not sure what side of the Atlantic he's on at this moment.
And the Stars with it now with 53 seconds remaining in their power play. Pat Ganzik sends it up to Street. Street sends it over to Jared Frey, who has it along the boards. Sends it along to Crowley. Crowley manages to get a light shot off and saved by West. Crowley and Gadwa. Gans. Oh! Pass offsides. That was a good call. Yeah. Good heads-up call by the linesman as that puck barely came over.
Big mistake by Josh Streets there. Playing with the puck a little bit too much. He slid back over the blue line, drawing all his teammates offside.
So it's 54 seconds remaining in the period and 22 seconds remaining in the power play. No score.
Now Justin Kubicek back on the ice, so we keep an eye on anything going here.
Kubicek skating hard.
Yeah, that's Justin's game. He's a real aggressive player, a physical player, and that's what he needs to do to be effective.
Mike Crowley carrying the puck over the blue line. Crowley back to Streets. Street sends it across. Good
nice play.
Winston Pappas, what a good play.
An assist to somebody on the Bomber bench there. Winston Pappas had lost the stick. He took the player into the boards. One of his teammates handed him a stick, and he was able to knock the puck out and make that clear.
The Bombers back to full strength with 15 seconds remaining in this period. Adam Jakubowski with the long shot, just wide of the glove.
Aaron Jakubowski negating the icing with the play along the boards. Kolya Schneider getting a nice chance.
Bombers putting a lot of pressure in there as the buzzer sounds, and Archer has got to be happy that there wasn't 2 or 3 more seconds left on the clock.
Yeah. That puck came loose to Aaron Jakubowski, and he buried it, but unfortunately after the clock ran out.
Okay, so the end of the first, there's no score. Bombers 0, Michigan Stars 0. We'll be back for the start of the second. Hey, welcome back for the start of the second period here at the Icebox as the teams change sides. The score from the first period, Michigan Stars 0, Brownstown Bombers 0. Bombers out shooting the Stars in the first, Mark, 15-12. It's a good period, though. I mean, I thought both goalies played very well. I thought actually both teams did a good job not to let too many quality scoring opportunities.
Right.
So I think we'll see what happens here in the second period. This was the Bombers' weak period during the preseason, but they seem to have corrected that so far during the regular season, and we'll see what happens. And we got another slight delay in the action while we let the ice dry.
On that face-off late in the first period where Adam Mazzola went down, I talked to the trainer in between periods. Here's Adam's kneecap had popped out. He was able to put it back in place, and he skated off the ice in between periods.
And luckily, he did skate off on his own power, so that was a good sign. But the bad news is that the Bombers are going to lose his services for at least tonight, and maybe he'll be ready to go by next weekend if we're lucky. So a little bit more of a delay here in action.
Now the one advantage that these guys have that you and I no longer have They have youth on their side. They heal a lot quicker than we do.
That's it. I found out at the age of 30 that everybody before me that told me what happens when you turn 30 were right. I tore up my ankle, and that was the last time I skated. 2 surgeries on my ankle later, and 3 surgeries on my shoulder within the last 15 years. And I couldn't, if I would have taken a hit like Gavitt took, you know, you could have just put me in the pine box and buried me at that point. Hey, play underway here in the second period. Kyle DiMaggio back behind the Stars net. Jake Archer falls on it quickly at the side of the net. 13 seconds into the period, freezes the puck for another faceoff. Want to remind you that you can win free tickets to an upcoming Bombers game. Send your name, address, and home phone number to us via email at offthepostmedia@sbcglobal.net, or send it on a postcard or in an envelope to the Brownstown Bombers Power Play Giveaway, P.O. Box 217, Brownstown, Michigan 48183. Starting with the next Saturday's game, we'll be drawing a name on every Bombers power play, and if they score, you'll win 4 free tickets to an upcoming game. It's just that simple.
Play there.
The Stars getting some quick pressure in the Bomber zone now.
Austin West came way out of the net to play the puck and nearly didn't get back in time. And puck stuck.
Offsides, Rod Johnson. And puck came off the glass and he caught it in the skates just on the other side of the blue line. Wasn't able to do too much with it. It's a good action here tonight. It's definitely been a different game from what we saw in the preseason action, and it's been entertaining.
A good solid hockey.
Baltazar tries to send it out. Bombers trying to put pressure to keep it back in the Star zone. Dimitrov sends it long. Nate Jakubowski has to hustle back to beat him in a foot race with Rick. See, I'm getting all tongue-tied over it. In a foot race with Rick Merlo in order to get that icing call. And we'll bring it back into the Star zone now to the left of Jake Archer. 1:08 gone in the second period. Still no score. And Gavitt's back out there. He's looking okay. Obviously no real damage. Probably just had the wind knocked out of him from that hit.
Ooh. Nate Jakubowski getting a little too much height on that one.
The Bombers would like to thank some of their sponsors for the 2003-2004 season, including the sponsor of the newspapers. Couchcast Cable, where you can see broadcast every Wednesday at 8 p.m. on Channel 20. Dances, Pizza, and Dance Music Weekend. Thank you for your support.
Bombers with it now, back at their own blue line. Nate Jakubowski goes back. West stops it for him. Jakubowski slaps it off the board, sends it back out to center ice. Oh, Winston Pappas just got leveled by Josh Goring.
Now Winston looked down for the puck, and as we saw earlier, you put your head down, somebody's going to get you.
Exactly, and that was a good, clean hit. Just can't stress that enough to these young guys, and you even see it at the NHL level that you make that mental mistake that you maybe lose the puck, you look down to see where it is at the wrong time, and you wake up a couple days later. Aaron Jakubowski in for the Bombers to take the face-off. Stars, Gavitt coming with it over the Bombers' blue line. Back out to center ice. Stars keep control. Dimitrov chasing Schneider for it. Gavitt picks it up. Gavitt, oh, a good opportunity by Merlo, who just didn't seem to be able to get the shot up. Looked like the Bombers player managed to get his stick on it. It might have been Matt Mosley there that had gotten his stick down and looked like he just blocked the shot before it got through to the open side of the net. Once again, go on out, check out the Bombers website, www.brownstownbombers.com. Stay up to date on all the latest information. Game reports by Matt Bishop, stats and more. www.brownstownbombers.com. Bombers try to skate it out again. Jakubowski actually took it back and dumped it back into his own zone. And bad giveaway there too by brother Adam. And the Stars score.
Yeah, you give the puck away in your
Dustin
own
Fisher.
zone, it has a tendency to end up behind your goalie.
We had two giveaways there, both by the Jakubowskis, and that at some point that's going to come back and bite you, and that's what it did. We'll wait for the official call, but it looked to me like it was Dustin Fisher that managed to get it at the side of the net and just bang it past Austin West. Give the Stars a 1-0 lead here at 2:31 of the second period. Justin Lopez for the Stars sends it to Josh Streets, who just bangs it in behind the Bombers' net. Nate Jakubowski wraps it around. Winston Pappas trying to take the puck at center ice. It's back into the Bomber zone.
And number 22, Justin Lopez.
So Fisher from Sahelnik and Lopez at 2:31 of the second period.
Eric Troop with a chance. Oh, partially blocked.
That was Fisher's first goal in 4 games this season. Josh Streets working him over behind the net. The Bombers get a chance there.
Eric Troop with a backhander.
We're going to get a penalty coming up here to Nate Jakubowski, I believe, or is it Dustin? It's Dustin Fisher who's going to go. Burying Nate Jakubowski into Jake Archer. So the Bombers will get their chance on a power play now. Now they're both going. They're both going, so that's going to be off settings. Cross-check at least one way. So the teams will remain 5-on-5.
I think we have a cross-check and a hold there.
The two captains
down there swapping recipes in front of the net.
Two captains will get a chance to take a little rest here, watch the action from the sidelines.
On the penalty, number 2, Nate Jakubowski. 2-minute minor for cross-checking. Fisher penalty, number 16, Dustin Fisher. 2-minute minor for cross-checking. Time of the penalties, 3 minutes and 26 seconds of the second period.
Merlo with it, skating hard over the blue line. Offsides. Offsides is Chad Anglem. Just a step over the line, wasn't able to straddle it. You expect Merlo to be coming a little bit faster. Merlo was coming as fast as he could. So cross-checkings to both captains. Both teams will remain full strength as they're offsetting penalties. Bombers trying to get play back down in the Star zone, trying to get some pressure going here in the second. They haven't been able to do too much yet in the early goings. Good job by Kyle DiMaggio. Knocked down, still managed to keep his eye on the puck and knock it back out. All the way down into the Star zone. Rennie Ford giving chase. Out front to DiMaggio, just in too close though to get a good shot off. Langlois with the shot from the from center ice line. Sends it in. Stars come back and regroup.
Okay, good forecheck, Marasco.
DiMaggio working hard out there.
Good shift for Kyle DiMaggio.
Johnson sends it around to Merlo. Merlo sends it out to Anglem. Anglem gets knocked off the puck. DiMaggio again and sent it back in. Kubicek with it now in the corner, loses it to Merlo. DiMaggio involved again, knocks it off the stick. Doing everything out there but scoring. Kubicek with it now deep in the Bomber zone. Skates it out. Tries to send it long. It's intercepted. Center ice by Rick Gadwa. Sean Baltazar just slaps it in around the boards. Frey knocks it back in behind the Bombers' net.
Ooh.
Jakubowski trying to clear it off the high glass and just sends it a little too high.
We will be this Saturday, October 18th, when the Detroit Lightning come to the Icebox for a 7 p.m. game. Admission is $7 for adults and $5 for students and seniors. Come support Delaware only junior team this Saturday at 7 p.m.
The play back on. Bombers with it behind their own net. Bad bounce off the boards there by the Zamboni gate. Sends it back out, and the Stars manage to get possession shortly. Frey with it. Frey in the corner trying to work it. He's got C.J. Owen all over him. Sorry, it was Ryan Croft.
Good save by Austin West.
So I want to remind you once again that there's upcoming games at the Icebox Sports Center, CEHL action. October 18th and 25th, both Saturdays. Detroit Lightning come to town. Game time 7 p.m. November 1st, once again a Saturday as well, 7 p.m. start. Against these same Michigan Stars, and then again on Sunday, November 15th, 3 p.m. Same Michigan Stars visit again. You get your tickets at the Icebox Sports Center by calling 734-676-5500. Tickets for all Bombers games are $7 adults, $5 students and seniors. And every Sunday here at the Icebox, Autograph Day. Players that aren't in the lineup will be available for autographs throughout the game. And then after the game, all the team will be available. So come on down. Inexpensive entertainment, a lot of fun. Get a few autographs.
Get some good hitting, see some fast skating, excellent hockey.
Nate Jakubowski with it back in his own zone, sends it out to center ice. Brother Aaron unable to pick it up. Good job by Derek McCullough to knock it back into the Star zone, and they send it out. We got a delay offsides here. The Bombers managed to bring it out. Nate Jakubowski skating it in deep. Jakubowski sends it around to Troop. Troop sends it back behind the net. Nobody there. Frey with it now. Frey sends it into Crowley. Crowley, a nice move to get around. That was Brian Langlois. He stepped around. It's a good job across. The second time we saw him do that today. Did that in the first, and he had another good opportunity in both times. He just seemed to fire high.
Crowley's a good-looking player.
Troop now racing down the ice. We got a quick 2-on-1 if they hustle. Troop takes the shot himself, saved by Archer. Winston Pappas centers it, nobody there. The Stars head back down the ice. Arne Gavitt cuts in across the Bombers' blue line to the side of the net, sends it out front. Rick Merlo centers it out to Gavitt. Tell you never think that Gavitt had his clock clean there on that hit in the first period. He's playing extremely well.
Seems to have recovered.
Don't forget you can get your shuttle puck at the front desk for $1. They are not for $4. Pucks will be chopped during the second intermission.
It's become obvious in the first couple weeks of the season here in the CEHL that there's quite a bit difference in the level of play and definitely in the level of competition between the 6 teams. Last year, where we basically had a 2-tier league with Detroit and Toledo in the upper tier, and the other teams fighting their way to try to amongst themselves before the Traverse City improved greatly at the end of the year. This season, all 6 teams appear to be very equal.
Standings through last night action, with the exception of the Detroit Lightning game in New Jersey, which I didn't get a result on yet. But New Jersey was 3-0-0 going into that game, 6 points. Detroit winning their last 2 games after going 0-1-1 in their first 2. Second place with 5 points. Traverse City, who lost Friday night to Toledo in Toledo and then beat Brownstown last night up in Traverse City. They moved to 2-1-0 in third place with 4 points. Brighton and Brownstown both tied in fourth at 1-2-0, and Toledo also tied in fourth place points-wise at 1-3-0.
Number 3, Adam Jakubowski. 2-minute line-up penalty. Penalty within 21 seconds of the second period.
So Adam Jakubowski is going to go for 2. They got the penalty on the clock a little bit late, and they're going to have to do something to adjust that. Rod Johnson with the puck. Nice long shot, just wide on the short side. Latvia native Sergei Vermistrov in there with Rick Merlo, battling for the puck along the boards. Hackman sends it over. It's offsides.
Good call.
Yeah, Hackman tried to send it over to Rod Johnson, trying to slap it in, and just managed to send it over the blue line. Linesman right on the line, made the quick call. There's a minute 26 now remaining in the penalty to Adam Jakubowski. 10:48 remaining in the second. The Stars lead 1-0. A little discussion over at the clock, or over at the scorekeeper's booth, but I think the discussion might be about taking a few seconds off that penalty because of how late they started it. It didn't get up there in time.
All right, the penalty was called at 11:30 with 11:39 remaining. So we're off about 10 seconds.
Okay, it doesn't look like there's going to be any change here. Referee Presnell over explaining the situation. The Bombers head coach, Tom Boylow. So with this break in the action.
The penalty should end at 9:39. And the clock, which would leave a minute and 9.
So about 8 or 9 seconds off, it looks
so
like.
Yeah.
Without doing the math. Just trying to rough it in. It hurts especially when it's in your own arena. You can't, it's hard to argue it too much.
The Bombers would like to thank some of the sponsors, Quick Plumbing and Heating, Pictures in Motion LLC, and Holiday Inn Detroit South and South. Thank you for your support.
Puck drops. Stars have it back on their side of the ice. Dustin Fisher sends it over to Justin Lopez, and Lopez gets back on side quickly as Street sends it in. Fisher has it now. Fisher stepping around. Nice play by West as he flashed the 5-hole for Fisher, let Fisher take the shot, and just gobbled it up in the pads.
Yeah, Austin had a nice clean view of that shot.
.50 seconds remaining now in the Bombers penalty. Kubicek with it, racing in. Kubicek with a good chance on the short side. Short-handed play. Puck just kind of squirted out to center ice, and Kubicek saw it. He was off to the races.
Good speed, beat the Stars player back.
Just not enough room. I think he wanted to try to cut back across through the crease.
Didn't quite have the room to get back across, and had tried to stuff it in the short side. Archer was up for the task.
They line up now in the Star zone for the face-off. Justin Lopez facing off against Chris Marasco. Lopez wins it. Back to Baltazar, who sends it across to Fisher. Back over behind the net now, the Baltazar. Back to Josh Goring. Josh Goring with it behind his own net. Decides to skate it out. Sends it to Baltazar. Over to Lopez. Lopez coming hard over the blue line. Onside. Tries to center it. Good play by Rennie Ford to get a skate there on it. Nate Jakubowski tried to send it long to Marasco. Bombers back to full strength now with 9:35 remaining in the second period. Good play.
Nice
Offside. Just offside. Just offside on that.
Nice pass from Rennie Ford up off the boards and at the sharp angle up to Chris Marasco had gotten behind the D. Marasco hit the zone just slightly before the pass.
That doesn't happen by accident either. That's a play that you practice and practice and practice and wait for the right opportunity to try to use it to spring the guy. Almost worked. Hackman now with it, sends it into Merlot. Anglem racing in for it. West falls on it, holds it.
The Bombers would like to thank some of their sponsors for the season, including Friendly More Incorporated in Monroe, John Rowley, GMC, Charlie Romulus, Nancy's Pizza, Pictures of Motion LLC, Dance Music DJ, and gold sponsor, the News Herald newspapers. Thank you.
Troop trying to skate it through traffic, gets it out to center ice, and the Stars knock it back in.
Oh, that got dangerous. Came off the boards at a funny angle, got between Austin West and Brian Langlois and nearly into the net.
West out of position on that too, with even though the puck didn't go in between them, out of position to try to make the save. Luckily, got banged over the glass, and face-off will come outside the Bombers zone now. Anglem gets it back to Johnson on the face-off. Johnson just shovels it in. Croft with it along the boards behind the net. Marasco plays it out. Merlot with it again. It's a good job by Adam Jakubowski to tie Merlot up and not let him get anywhere skating. .846 remaining in the second. Stars 1, Bombers nothing. Brian Croft with it again, circling behind his own net. Plays it off the boards, out to Chris Marasco. Marasco comes over the blue line on his own. Loses the puck, picked up. Picks it back up again, right to the side of the net. Couple of chances there by the Bombers.
Just keep pushing the puck towards the net.
Jake Archer had to be alert there, makes the save, and there's going to be a slashing penalty coming up to Steve Hackman from the Stars. No, it's not Hackman, it's Roderick Johnson. Johnson's going.
It's a pretty good name for a hockey player.
Roderick Johnson, yeah.
I like that, Hackman.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so the Bombers go on the power play now at 8:30, with 8:30 remaining in the period.
Michigan penalty number 21, Roderick Johnson. 2-minute lineup for slashing. Time for penalty 11 minutes and 30 seconds of the second period.
Jakubowski with it at the blue line, skating it all over, trying to get something happening out front. Quick play!
Nice
Marasco.
one-hander by Marasco making the tip.
Jakubowski sent that one in, and brother Aaron Jakubowski managed to get part of his stick on it and send it out front. And Chris Marasco seemed to come out of nowhere between a couple of Stars players and almost managed to tip it in.
Yeah, Chris come through with a one hand on the stick, just trying to deflect that puck up. Got it up, but not quite high enough to get it over Jake Archer.
The face-off now just outside the Stars blue line. Minute 43 remaining in the power play. Kyle DiMaggio sends it in off the boards behind the net. Archer stops it. Bombers manage to keep it in. Jakubowski at the point sends it into Marasco. Marasco keeps it at the side of the net. DiMaggio again. DiMaggio having a good game today, though, for this. Oh, we got a 2-on-1 going the other way.
Oh, and he loses the puck.
Lucky that Godwa had lost the edge on his skate and went down.
Crowley just lost the handle of it on his own. The two of them were off.
And Stars come back the other way again.
Now here come the Bombers.
Got 3-on-2 here.
Oh, just through Aaron
Just bouncing. Bounces right over the stick of Aaron Jakubowski. Ford with it. Ford sends it back in the corner. Unable to keep it in. 40 seconds remaining now in the power play for the Bombers.
Boy, some real up and down play here.
Jakubowski tried to send it along to Kubicek, and it got past him all the ways to the net. Stars knock it back down, and Sergei Vermistrov giving chase. Jakubowski skating it, sends it up to Kubicek off his skate to Troop. Troop just takes it over the blue line.
Tangled up with the referee and loses the puck.
Troop manages to keep it in, though.
Good play by Eric Troop there. Staying with the puck, fighting his way through.
So that's it for the penalty. Power play's over for the Bombers. Stars back to full strength as Nate Jakubowski chased down by Sergei Vermistrov. Winston Pappas skating it in. Good move by Pappas. Oh, and Archer looking behind him.
Looking for the puck. No, he under the leg pad, laying on the line.
Great moves, though, by Winston Pappas. A couple of good moves in order to get in on Archer, and Archer had a little bit of a 5-hole open, and Pappas almost managed to tuck it through.
Now, Winston's one of the new Bombers.
Loudest fan contest going on right now. Mark and I are up here pleading for a piece of the pizza, at least, if not the whole pizza. Adam Jakubowski sends it in to Ronnie Ford. DiMaggio and Ford back behind the Stars net, unable to control it. Merlot with it. Merlot looking to try to send it long as Vermistrov was racing up center ice. Rod Johnson taken down, no penalty. Now Marasco coming back the other way for the Bombers. He gets around Hackman and taken into the boards hard. Marasco just kind of looking to hold the puck there right now. I'm sure he's waiting for all the psychedelic colors to clear from the side of his head after that hit. So Hackman without his helmet in that fray, and Kyle DiMaggio giving him a few pushes to get him out of the middle of it. It's 5:08 remaining in the second. Michigan Stars leading the Brownstown Bombers 1-0. Teams are at even strength. Faceoff will be outside the Stars' blue line. Steve Hackman gets his stick and his helmet back on the bench. Kubicek working hard. He gets taken down.
Oh, good.
And there'll be a power play to the Bombers.
Sheer desire. They're fighting his way through, forced the star player to take him down.
And that's what you need to do. I mean, even if you don't get the scoring opportunity, you'll force a penalty like that. Good job. Good job by Justin Kubicek. Kubicek will stay out there now for the beginning of the power play. Definitely earned that right.
Justin's one of the new Bombers, comes from Littleton, Colorado. Very aggressive player, as you see, and very strong on the forecheck and with the physical end of the game. Also knows how to score.
Mazzola back out there.
That's good to see. Adam back with a knee problem.
Awfully surprised that he's back this game. That's an extremely good sign. Adam Jakubowski keeps it at the point. Wazzola with it now behind the net in the corner. Kubicek trying to dig it out in the skates. Kubicek with it along the sideboards. Sends it across. Nobody there. Bombers managed to get it in the short slot. However, the Stars were there, managed to knock it loose. And the Bombers come back and regroup. As the Stars change up. Adam Jakubowski skating it in. Sends it back to the point, nobody there. Ryan Croft trying to keep it in, wasn't able to. And the Stars just shoot it down. 41 seconds now remaining in the penalty to the Michigan Stars. Bombers need to get a little bit more offense going this period. Stars have carried the play a little bit more than they have. It shows on the clock. Slap shot by Adam Jakubowski.
Blocked. Here comes the
blocked by
Stars back
Sahelnek.
offside.
Good job by Sahelnek. He blocked it off. Looked like maybe the inside of the skate. Limping a little bit as he goes back to the bench. Rod Johnson was racing in with the puck, and I believe it was Chad England that was with him that had just gotten the step offside. So 3:19 remaining in this second, 17 seconds remaining in this power play. And the Stars just shoot it back in. 10 seconds left on the power play, and that's going to pretty much do it for the man advantage. Bombers racing back up, trying to get one opportunity, and Stars are back to full strength. Aaron Jakubowski along the boards to Marasco. Marasco skating it across.
Oh, he gets shot on net through the body.
Archer had to be alert down low in order to see that coming.
For $1 apiece, for $4. Pucks will be chucked between the second and third period.
The face-off will remain to the right of Jake Archer. 2:50 left in this period. Team's at full strength. Love to see it down here at one of the Bombers games coming up. Some great action. And it's Jared Frey off to the races. Frey tries to one-hand backhand it. Good job by West to stay in front of that puck as it goes up and over the net. Right back the other way. Winston Pappas sends it across.
Oh. Watkins just missed the puck.
Frey powered into the boards. Here comes Streets. He's got Crowley with him. Dumps it over the blue line, and Crowley races in. Brian Langlois putting a little bit of hit on to Crowley there to not get him off the puck, and play comes all the way back down. No icing as a Stars player had touched it up near center ice. Gadwa with it. Gadwa sends it over to Frey, who dumps it in to Crowley.
Oh, yeah.
Frey with it again. Frey with a hard shot.
Boy, the
West.
Bombers just let him walk right through there.
Yeah, you can't. You got to take the man down in those situations. West luckily had seen enough of the puck. He was able to play it right into the padding.
The Bombers going to pick up a penalty there, and Collier Schneider.
Archer skates back from the bench where he hustled off to for the extra man on the delayed call. Stars with it at the point. Rod Johnson. Johnson sends it in high and a wrist shot. Hackman with it in the corner. Sends it around to Gavitt. Sergei Vermistrov. Rick Merlo now with it behind the net. Circles around. Sends it out front to Vermistrov, who couldn't get a shot off. Vermistrov sends it out to Hackman. Almost bounces over his stick.
Marasco tipping it forward.
Ford.
Here comes
Ford's
Ford.
gone.
Oh, just quite control the puck.
Hackman now comes back the other way as Adam Jakubowski spins him around. Little scrum here in the corner by the Zamboni gate. Referee keeps his eye on the puck and it squirts out now. Play continues. Ford trying to tie it up.
Doing a good job holding it down.
Puck comes out again. Gavitt with it.
Oh, what a hit the referee, bounced right in front.
A dangerous play. That's all you need is a bad bounce like that, and all of a sudden a harmless play turns into a dangerous one. Sergei Vermistrov with a hard shot to the glove side, held on by Austin West.
Now that looked like an easy clear for the Bombers. The puck struck the referee on the foot. He's limping a little bit out there and bounced directly out in front of the Stars.
So 24 seconds remain in this penalty. I'm sorry, in the period. 39 seconds remain in the penalty, so this penalty will transfer over to the third. Bombers just look to kill this off. The final 21 seconds now. Streets holds it in at the blue line. Sends it in to Lopez. Lopez tries to send it across to Fisher, but it's intercepted. And the Bombers just fire it down and on net. West having to make the save. Sorry, Archer having to make the save. And Archer clipped. And there's going to be another penalty coming up here to the Bombers. Archer was out clearing the puck. Kubicek tried to cut between him and the net. Took him out with, I believe it may have been his leg. Archer went down hard, and Kubicek's going to go for two. So for the next 5 seconds in this period and the first 15 seconds in the third period, Stars are going to have a two-man advantage.
You know, I understand and want to protect the goaltenders in front of the net, but when they're out behind the net and off in the corners, they're no different than a skater. But unfortunately, the rules don't say so, and Justin Kubicek's going to sit for 2 minutes.
Face-off out at the center ice line. And this shouldn't prove to be too harmless for this period as the buzzer goes. Easy glove save by Austin West. The Stars managed to get the only goal in the period, though.
The Stars converted on the Bomber mistakes to get the one goal. But other than that, a pretty even period. Bombers got to kill these penalties off and see if they can pull this out in the third.
So the difference in this game so far, Dustin Fisher's goal at 2:31. We'll be back for the start of the third. Hey, we're back for the start of the third period. Stars leading the game 1-0 over the Brownstown Bombers. Dustin Fisher's goal is the difference so far at 2:31 of the second. Fisher scoring his first of the year from John Sahelnik and Justin Lopez. Shots so far through the second period, 22 aside. 7 shots for Brownstown in that second period and 10 for the Stars. Not exactly a huge offensive period, and the Bombers definitely need to come out with a much better effort in the third if they want to pull this game out.
Absolutely. They're going to have to kill off the 16 seconds of the 5-on-3, and then the balance of the Kubicek penalty, a minute and 50, and then turn around and get some offense. They've got to hold the Stars off. Nice
Marasco, and he's got it along the boards, and he's gone. Rod Johnson.
Good chance. 2 men short. Marasco making the play.
Marasco again. Marasco over the ice right now, and that puck may have just stuck there on the wet ice with Rod Johnson back there and Dustin Fisher. But good play by Johnson, too, to hustle back.
Absolutely.
Johnson doesn't get back on that. Marasco has much more room to be able to cut and try to pull the goalie out of position.
Yeah, he took away the center of the ice, and Chris could only go to the outside. Got a good shot, but Archer was ready.
Johnson now skating it up, and once again, ice is still a little bit wet, and the puck sticks on him.
Oh, another one there.
Steve Hackman with it now. Gives it to Fisher, who brings it over the blue line, over to the Brownstown blue line now. Kind of slides off Fisher's stick, and Justin Lopez trying to help him out. Puck comes back out to the point. Josh Streets tries to keep it in, tries to send it back to Johnson, and it squirts over the blue line all the way back to the Stars line. Lopez with it now.
Adam Mazzola clearing the zone. Stars bring it back offside. And we've got 26 seconds left in the penalty.
Ice still just a little bit wet here, and the puck is showing it. It's sticking out there on him right now. Like you said, the mark, 26 seconds left in the penalty to Brownstown. 18:30 remaining in the third. 1-0 Stars. Arnett Gavitt out for the face-off for the Stars. Wins it, back to Street. Street sends it across. Tries to send it over to Sergei Vermistrov, doesn't make it to him. Vermistrov gloves it down at the boards, brings it over the blue line. Vermistrov tries to send it through, and nice.
A nice block by Mazzola. Not showing any effects of the knee.
Not at all. Not at all. Streets now sends it in. Vermistrov giving chase behind the net. Tied up by Croft. And the Bombers try to come out with it now.
Good
they send it long.
Oh,
just offside. Kubicek just had the back skate up. A long pass, and he was almost off. So we get this break in the action. I'll remind you about some upcoming games here at the Brownstown, the Icebox Sports Center in Brownstown. The Detroit Lightning come in October 18th and 25th. Both games, the 7 o'clock start. November 1st, these same Michigan Stars, 7 o'clock start. And Sunday, November 15th, the Michigan Stars, 3 p.m. Tickets are $7 and $5. Students, $7 for adults and $5 for students and seniors. Pick your tickets up at the Icebox Sports Center by calling 734-676-5500. Bombers still unable to get anything really going on right now offensively, and they send it back down the ice. Stars now, Justin Streets sends it out. Mike Crowley with it at the point. Sends it to Gadwa off his skating into the corner. Gadwa giving chase behind the net. Tied up by Nate Jakubowski. Crowley now trying to come out with it. Good job by Marasco to take that one away as Crowley tries to center it. Marasco skates it all the ways in.
Again, sticky puck.
Yeah. Kyle DiMaggio tried to cut back towards the net with it, and the puck just stayed. Goring sends it up to Crowley. Crowley sends it over to Gadwa, back to Crowley. Bombers send it off the glass, no icing. Marasco held up at center ice. Good job by Brian Langlois. Sends it to Marasco. Marasco fires! From a hard angle. I think Jake Archer just kind of slacked off there, it looked like to me. Jake didn't seem to think that he was going to take that shot from that angle.
And
I think he was figuring short side. He didn't bother worrying about the outside, and Marasco just threaded it.
Pulled a stick
just inside the post.
Yeah, he pulled a stick towards the post, blocked the short side, and looked like Marasco just drilled it right between his feet.
So we have a 1-1 game with that even strength goal by Chris Marasco. Nice long pass by Langlois. Yeah, it was definitely a hard shot right inside the post. And that ties it up. 16:05 remaining in the game.
Bombers goal, his first of the season, scored by number 21, Chris Marasco. Assist number 27, Quentin Schneider. Time to goal, 3 minutes and 47 seconds of the third period.
So Koya Schneider gets the assist on Marasco's goal at 16:08 of the third. Or 16:08 remaining, so that's 3:52 of the third. And we have a tie game. Bombers needing to kind of build off this momentum. Justin Kubicek chases it in. C.J. Owen with it. With Kubicek, tying it up along the boards. Steve Hackman in there, trying to hold C.J. Owen along the boards, and we get the face-off. Looks like Presnell's not going to have too much of this, and he's going to make a call.
Extra shove, and
Rod Johnson's going to go sit a pair again.
Took the one extra shot after the ref broke him apart, and that's going to cost him 2.
I think he's calling a cross-check on him. So at 4:23, Johnson heads back to the box for a pair, and the Bombers go on the power play for the next 2 minutes. Stars trying to make a last change
on the ice right now.
Yeah, Stars trying to make a last-minute change, and they're being sent back to the bench. The visitors do not get the last line change. DiMaggio sends it across to Marasco, who just miscues on a shot. I think he hit it maybe on the heel of his stick. Nate Jakubowski keeps it in.
Bounced over DiMaggio's stick there. Kyle's had an excellent game today.
Yeah, very, very good game. He's been all over the ice.
Both ends of the ice.
Sergei Vermistrov now trying to get some offense going with a man short. And he gets poke checked by Aaron Jakubowski. Nate Jakubowski with it now. Sends it over to Chris Marasco. Marasco flips it up to Kubicek, who skates in backwards with it. Sends it over to Jakubowski.
Oh, nice play.
Aaron Jakubowski with a big opportunity there to put the Bombers in front. Nate Jakubowski now with the puck. Drops it for Marasco. The Stars try coming back out with it. Dustin Fisher with it now.
Oh, no.
Sahelnik was trying to drag his skate to keep himself onside. Just wasn't able to do it.
No, the forwards.
Each Wednesday in the sports section. Friendly Ford Incorporated, John Logan, GMC Truck, Comcast Cable, where you can watch rebroadcast of Bomber games every Wednesday on Channel 20, and Features in Motion LLC.
Tune in every Wednesday night here to catch a new game from the Bombers. We'll have 27 home games for you this year. Bombers try to come back out. Long pass. Doesn't make it, or makes it through everybody. Adam Jakubowski chases it down behind his net. Wuzzola with him. Jakubowski skates it out. Up to Wuzzola. Winston Pappas with it now. Oh, Pappas has to cut back as Wuzzola goes off sides.
His forwards come into the zone. They make one extra move to get away, and line mates get drawn offside.
Good opportunity there, and the Bombers missed the net on the rebound chance. Ryan Croft.
Oh, Adam Mazzola cutting in front, just missing the tip.
Kubicek just dumping Josh Goring at the side of the net.
Now, Justin has definitely made his presence known today.
We want to remind you to enter to win 4 free tickets to an upcoming Bombers game. You send your name, address, home phone number via email to offthePostmedia@sbcglobal.net, or on a postcard or in an envelope to the Brownstown Bombers Power Play Giveaway, P.O. Box 217, Brownstown, Michigan 48183. Starting the next home game, October 18th, we'll be drawing a name on every Bombers Power Play, and if they score, you win 4 free tickets to an upcoming game. It's just that easy. Bombers trying to keep the pressure in the Star zone right now, and the Bombers have managed to kind of turn the momentum here. We got the Stars back on their heels a little bit. Oh, and there's a big play. And
And what
two
a
big
save
saves by Archer.
Kyle DiMaggio with a backhander. Archer just falling on his back and keeping the puck out of the zone. I don't think he saw it, but he knew where it was coming from and made the play.
Definitely. And that first shot, the first shot that Archer saved, it didn't even look like, and Marasco was there, but it didn't even look like a Bomber shot it. It was like maybe his own defenseman was trying to clear it, and it went right back at him. Came right out to DiMaggio. Big backhander by DiMaggio, and almost beats him. So Mike Crowley is going for a pair now, and the Bombers go back on the power play.
Get that kind of pressure in front of a goalie, and all kinds of things tend to happen, and they're usually bad for the team on the that is being pressured.
Marasco out, waiting for the face-off. Stars with 1 too many players on the ice. And they ready now? Sahelnik with a good shorthanded opportunity there. Bombers come back, regroup. Minute 15 remaining in the penalty. Chris Marasco turning Justin Lopez inside out, and then he's poke checked just inside the blue line by Pat Ganzik. Nate Jakubowski sends it in long on Jake Archer. Makes the save, falls on it for the face-off. 12:27 remaining in this game. Score tied, 1-1. Bombers with 1:33 remaining on their power play. The Stars shoot it down. All the ways back to the end boards in the Bomber zone. Austin West holds it up. And DiMaggio tries skating it out. Chris Marasco back for the puck. Bangs it up the boards. Nate Jakubowski looking for somebody. Sends it long to his brother, Aaron. Got a penalty coming up to Nate Jakubowski. That's going to neutralize that power play. He goes for a hold. So the Stars will come out of this with 1:06 of a power play in 54 seconds.
Well, 4-on-4 opens the ice up a little bit. We've got Adam Mazzola and Justin Kubicek on the ice for the Bombers.
Number 2, Nate Jakubowski, 2 minute later for holding the stick. Time of the penalty, 8 minutes and 12 seconds of the third period.
Stars coming out. Rick Merlo with it. Good burst of speed to get around Adam Jakubowski. Austin West had to be sharp. Jakubowski sends it cross ice to Kubicek over the blue line. Kubicek racing in along the boards. Behind him, that circle sends it out front to Wzola, who just couldn't get his stick on it. Wzola keeps it in, sends it back in behind him net, and Kubicek takes a little bit of a ride into the boards. Adam Jakubowski looking for the puck. Is tied up in the referee's skate. Rick Merlo for the Stars, skating it out center ice. Takes it over the blue line. Merlo tied up, though, by Jakubowski and can't do anything with it. Wizzola just dumps it over the Stars' blue line as the Bombers head to the bench for a wholesale line change. Crowley with the puck. Over to Sean Baltazar. Back to Steve Hackman. Hackman off the boards. Good job by Coy Schneider to intercept that puck coming off the boards. The Stars have it back. Arnon Gavitt skating in all alone, drops it to Crowley. Crowley fires a high shot. Good glove by Austin West.
Nice save.
So 16 seconds remaining in this power play. 16 seconds remaining in the power play. 10:04 in the period.
Now the Bombers need one clear here to get back to even strength. Try to get the momentum back on their side.
7 p.m. Admission is $7 for adults and $5 for students and seniors.
Raskol digs the puck in the corner of the Langlois, who bounces it off the boards. And here they come, back up the ice. 10 seconds remaining in the power play to the Stars. Rennie Ford doing a good job with it, holding it back along the boards, and that killed off the penalty. 9:48 remaining in the period. Bombers are back to even strength, and his team skate 5-on-5. Winston Pappas faces off for the Bombers. Good job by Watkins to take that puck away from Dimitrov. Watkins giving chase now behind the net. Loses the edge of his skate and he slides into the boards. Gavitt with it now, skating over the blue line. Gavitt holds it, circles the net, looking for somebody. Gavitt can't do anything with it. He's taken into the boards. Puck tied up in the corner. Sergei Dimitrov tries to get it out and the puck squirts all the way down the ice. No icing.
Well, Archer forced to play it.
Johnson with the puck now as Watkins gives chase. Watkins trying to hold his stick down with his stick, and Johnson just knocks it loose. Takes the shot wide again. Quite a few shots today by Johnson, but I don't think he's put one on the net, to be truthful.
No,
he's gotten a few good opportunities, but he's managed to send them wide. Little conversation out there. Meeting of the minds.
Yeah.
Linesman gets in there real quick and separates the 221s.
Yeah, sure, they're discussing dinner reservations after the game.
Puck loose out in the neutral ice zone. Banged in by Dustin Fisher. Marasco with it. Plays it off the boards. Rennie Ford cuts back into his own net. Behind his own net. Fisher sends it out front. Good job by West as he scrambles. And then holds on to the puck.
A misplay behind the net. But Rennie Ford turns into a scoring chance. Austin West makes the save.
Including Holiday and Detroit South and Southgate. Gold sponsor, the News Herald newspapers. Rennie Ford Incorporated, Nancy's Pizza, John Rogan GMC Truck, Pictures in Motion LLC, Dance Music DJ, the Wyandotte Business Association, the Trenton Business Association, and Comcast Cable. Thank you for your continuing support.
West with a stellar game today in net for the Bombers. Fisher now with it in the circle. Fisher sends it back to Streets. Can't get the shot off. It's blocked. Streets with it again. Fisher sends it up to Lopez. Lopez tries to send it over to Sahelnik. And Sahelnik doesn't get a chance to get it as Austin West just all over the crease today. He's doing a great job to make sure that his team stays in the hunt with the game tied 1-1.
Ryan Croft doing a good job of taking part of that shot away, even though it did get towards the net. It wasn't a hard shot. He got his stick on the Stars players.
The Bombers now trying to get pressure back in the Stars zone. Circle around behind the net. Kubicek with it at the side. Tries to bang it in. Unable
T.J.
to.
Owen doing a nice job in front, tying up the defenseman.
Stayed there a whole lot longer. I think the Stars were getting ready to give him a rent bill. He might as well gets moved in. Did a good job holding up there. And Marasco's goal early in this period tied the game for the Bombers, and that's Marasco's first in 4 games this season.
Chris had an excellent preseason, and just hadn't had the opportunity. Had a couple opportunities, wasn't able to finish, but he got the one he needed today to get the Bombers back in this game.
What a pretty goal that was, too, from a hard angle. Beat goalie Jake Archer on the far side. So the Stars now coming back with it. Godwa with it. Comes across the blue line, leaves it for Mike Crowley, who wasn't able to get it. Bombers come back. Good job by Aaron Jakubowski to take that puck away from Josh Goring. McCullough almost manages to keep that one in. Comes just over the blue line. He's got a delayed offside.
Turn it back.
Crowley with it again. Crowley rushes down the ice. He's got a player with him. And that was Frey. Frey sends it right over the top of the net, and he had the whole side to shoot
Had the whole thing open, and maybe just a little bit too much.
Crowley with it again. And Crowley with a backhander in traffic.
Shot.
Sends it high on West, who doesn't really see it, and it gets through. Believe it made it into the upper far corner. And the Stars go back up in front, 2-1 on Crowley's goal. Crowley with his first goal of the year with 3 assists prior to tonight. His 4th point of the year. Just a great effort. I mean, Crowley is another one. He's been all over the ice today, and something was bound to happen and fall for him.
Yeah, he's excellent game for Crowley today.
So official scoring on that at 13:34 the third is Crowley from Jared Frey and Godwa. Rick Godwa at 13:34. So Stars go back in front by 1 with 6:12 remaining. Rod Johnson slow to get up after that collision with, I believe it was Derek Watkins and him along the boards.
They kind of ran together after the whistle.
He's going to head back to the bench. He's checking his dental work as he goes. Faceoff will come outside the Star zone. Bombers got their work cut out for them now. 6:12 remaining. They're down by 1 again. They need to pick it up again and get the momentum back their way. Arne Gavitt fighting for the puck. Tries to send it over to Rick Merlo. Doesn't get through, and the Bombers try to come back with it. Good job by Marasco. Send it in the Ford. Ford just dumps it in. Ganzik has it behind his own net. Sends it out. Sergei Vimistrov has it, and it manages to bounce off his stick. Ganzik with it again. Sends it up to Merlo. Ryan Croft for the Bombers just plays it off the high glass. Sends it out. Gavitt sends it in, and West is going to have to cover as he had 2 Stars players coming in on him. 5:21 left. Stars leading 2-1.
And the Bombers need to regroup here and get some pressure back at the other end. Start carrying the play and turn the wheels on if we want to get back in this game. Only 5:21 remaining.
Long trip back from Traverse City last night. I'm sure that takes a toll. Where the Stars had the night off, they were able to rest up before making the short trip from Brighton to Brownstown. Quick whistle on the face-off. We got maybe 1 second it came off the clock. 5:21 remaining. Stars trying to look for some insurance here. The Bombers look to try to tie it up. Puck held up along the boards on the near side. Frey with it again. Frey circling, trying to find somebody to send it off to. Back in behind the net to Gavitt, who can't get the pass out. Brandon Atkinson's back there with Gavitt, trying to work the puck loose, and it comes over the blue line. And the Bombers come back with it now. C.J. Owen racing hard. Justin Kubicek again. Kubicek and DiMaggio, the two names that we probably mentioned the most tonight.
Yeah, they both been playing really well tonight.
Nope. We have a whistle from back in the Star zone.
C.J. Owen going to take a little vacation.
With 4:20 remaining, the Bombers are going to go short 2 minutes, and not what you need at this point. They're going to have to kill this one off and then try to use the final 2:20 of the game to tie it up and force the overtime. We've seen it before in the earlier games too, Mark, where even a man short, the Bombers will keep that one player up forechecking, trying to make something happen, and
yeah, Ford,
they're going to need to do that here.
Rennie Ford and Chris Marasco had a lot of pressure on with their forecheck in the penalty killing role, and had a number of opportunities, and Rennie Ford has one shorthanded goal already this year.
Veteran junior defenseman Nate Jakubowski, the lone defenseman back there.
C.J. Owen, 2-minute line for Rockies, time for penalty, 15 minutes and 40 seconds of the third period.
Stars get the puck in. Deep in the Bombers zone. The Bombers manage to send it up, get it over the blue line all the ways down onto Jake Archer. Makes the easy stop. Johnson sends it long to Steve Hackman. Hackman takes it over the blue line. Intercepted by Rennie Ford. Ford plays it off the boards and all the ways back down the ice. The Bombers have killed the first 45 seconds of this penalty. Marasco all the ways up, trying to look to make something happen. Johnson just fires the puck in off the backboards, and Bombers clear the zone. Johnson with it again over the blue line, fires a hard shot in on West. It had him handcuffed, but it was an offsides. So 44 seconds remain in this power play for the Stars. 3:04 remain in the third. And the clock starting to work against the Bombers at this point.
Adam Mazzola and Justin Kubicek out for the Bombers. Another pair that's had a
once again, the official
game.
In the way.
Oh, Crowley missed an open net.
That happened an awful lot. The referee has been in the way of the play. And
absolutely.
That was almost proved to be the icing on the cake for the Stars. Crowley just missed it on the short side.
Well, the Bombers got a bad break with him interfering with the play, but a good break when Crowley just missed the wide open side of the net.
Bombers with the puck now. 12 seconds remaining in the penalty. Flip it in. It's a nice play by Jakubowski to flip it in high on
force Archer to play the bounce.
Exactly, and anything can happen on the bounce, and Archer managed to play it just easy, fine, but not exactly an easy play. Stars continue to put pressure. Bombers need to get the play going the other way. 2:07 remaining in the game. West covers up the puck for the face-off. 2:01 left.
2003-2004 season, including gold spots of the News Herald newspapers, where you can catch the Bomber Corner each Wednesday in the sports section. Friendly Board Incorporated, John Logan Racing Truck, Holiday Inn Detroit South and Southgate, Nancy's Pizza, Dance Music DJ, Quick Plumbing and Heating, and Pictures in Motion LLC. Thank you for your support.
Nate Jakubowski comes out of the scrum at the face-off circle with the puck. Jakubowski loses it to Merlot, though. Merlot tries to center it unsuccessfully. Back in the corner. The Stars just picking up their game right now.
Yeah, they can smell a victory, and the Bombers need to put the pressure down the other end.
Watkins with the puck over the blue line. Watkins. Nobody with him. Minute 25 remaining in the game now. Winston Pappas takes it over the blue line. Pappas tries to send it in deep unsuccessfully. Sergei Vermistrov with it now. Circles in at the side of his net. Comes out with it. Sends it over to Borges. Tries to dump it in. Merlot trying to get to it. Bombers send it up to Watkins. Just tips it over the blue line, and they head to the bench for a quick line change. The final minute of play. Nate Jakubowski gloves it down at the blue line, sends it up to Derek McCullough, who can't take it over. Kula sends it in to, DiMaggio.
Kyle DiMaggio again.
DiMaggio wanted to send it over to Marasco, and Marasco and him just didn't read the signals together.
I think Chris was looking for the shot from Kyle at that point, and it might have been a better play.
29 seconds left. Bombers trying to tie it up.
Marasco goes right over the top.
Nice wrist shot by Marasco.
Goalie Austin West out for the extra attacker. 15 seconds.
Bombers unable to keep it in. It comes just over the blue line. 11 seconds left, and the face-off is going to be just outside the Stars zone, and that's a little bit of a security for the Michigan Stars. The score 2-1. Bombers going to call a 30-second timeout as they discuss.
They've got enough time for one good chance here. They've got to win the draw, get the puck in deep, and set up a play. Try for that one last shot to tie in this game.
So the Stars goals come at 2:31 of the second period from Dustin Fisher, and at 3:52 of the third. Actually, that was at 13:34 the third from Mike Crowley. 3:52 of the third was Chris Marasco for the Bombers, and the Stars lead 2-1. 11 seconds left. The Bombers are going to get an opportunity for one, maybe two shots here if they win the face-off. If they don't win the face-off, you got to look for the Stars just to try to rag the puck right now and try to hit the empty net.
Well, this is CEHL hockey here. It's close score down to the last few seconds, like most of the games have been this season. Evenly played. Some good hard hitting hockey, good skating. Excellent product out on the ice.
Marasco needs to win this puck. He gets it over the blue line. Marasco trying to get it, and the Stars managed to clear it over the line, and that's going to do it for the game. As the Michigan Stars take over sole possession of fourth place with a 2-1 win tonight over the hometown Brownstown Bombers. The Bombers will drop to 1-3 on the season.
Well, the Bombers.
So the Stars out shooting the Bombers 32-30. Difference in the game was just the one goal late in the third. Yep. Both goaltenders, I thought, put in a good effort today.
Yeah, good game.
Chris Marasco, of the two goalies, I would say that Austin West was probably the sharper goalie. He probably had the better quality scoring chances on him.
Yeah, the Bombers' offense right now is a little bit out of sync. For whatever reason, sometimes shooters go into slumps, but there's a lot of talent there. It's early in the season. You see how close these games are going to be. This is going to be a marathon this season, not a sprint. So not where the Bombers wanted to be at 1-3, but they're definitely not out of it by any means at all.
Once again, the final score tonight from the Icebox Sports Center in Brownstown, Michigan. The Michigan Stars 2, the Brownstown Bombers 1. For the Brownstown Bombers, I'm Larry Nader and Mark McKenzie. Wishing you a good night. We look forward to seeing you in an upcoming game soon.